time. But let's focus away from the indices and talk about specific companies. We'll in fact welcome our first corporate guest on the show, Mr. Sharma, the Vice Chairman and MD of Shobha Developers, now joins in. Mr. Sharma, thank you very much for taking the time out. While your revenue was up around 24% there seemed to be pressure on your margins, which have come in at around 17.5% versus around 23-24% year on year. Can you take us through your key highlights this quarter? How much was sales higher by, but how much were maybe realizations pressure?
See, as far as the sales were concerned, from real estate division we could clock a turnover of about 400 crore, and from the contracts and manufacturing about 178 crore. But of this 400 crore, about 100 crore plus had come from one land monetization, which did not give us the required return. So minus that, and this was also the first quarter where we have adopted the Ind AS standards, where certain adjustments were required to be done to comply with this requirement, and the accounts have been restated for all the previous year and the previous quarter as well. So if you take these two one-off things, the inherent margins of EBITDA 35% plus on the real estate and on contracts 15% plus, it remains. And we believe that going forward with a good execution pipeline in place, the revenue growth will continue to show the momentum without any land monetization, and margins will also start showing significant improvement what we were showing so far in the previous years. The operational performance also had been steady in the first quarter, and as we move ahead to this quarter and the next year, with next quarters rather, we will have a good number of launches, and this should also help us this time in meeting our guidelines on the new sales, which should also get reflected in improved financial performance.
Mr. Sharma, just to come in here, good morning, Prashant also joining in. Now, the numbers supported by land monetization, there was arbitration settlement, the numbers look steady, right? But, I mean, anecdotally and otherwise, is growth proving to be elusive? I mean, when I say growth in volume and realization both. I think you launched 2 projects after the close of the first quarter, but just run us through some of that detail, sir.
We have launched one project in Bangalore and one project in Cochin, post the last quarter's launch in Gurgaon. And we believe that with these launches, as I was telling, we are quite confident that we should be able to achieve our guidance for this financial year. So we are not unduly worried about, though the external market still remains difficult, but if you look at our operational performance, our cash flows, our basic EBITDA margins on both real estate and on the other vertical of contracts and manufacturing, they remain stable. From the growth perspective, I do agree that sales realizations, we are not being able to increase the prices of our product. We have been admitting it on a quarter-on-quarter basis, A. And B, this index effect, it is a one-time effect which already has been impacted.
Okay.
So going forward, we should have the benefit of that also.
Okay, Mr. Sharma, we've just run out of time. So quick last question before we go. Since you're sticking to your guidance for FY17, your asking rate for pre-sales value, at least for the remaining 3 quarters, I think stands at around 510 odd crores. So you're in line to achieve that.
Yeah, we are quite confident that yes, we should be doing it this time without any problem.
You know, you and I have discussed this over the years. The IT sector, it's not in trouble, but growth rates are clearly slowing down. It's evident from company after company coming out and putting that number out, right? The Bangalore market is heavily dependent on IT professionals. Are you seeing any impact of that? Very quickly, sir.
Point.
Yes, go on.
You have a point, but it is being replaced, with other services sector employees. Along as the commercial space absorption remains about 10 million square feet, the demand pipeline has to be there in Bangalore, and we should be among us those 1 or 2 developers who should take advantage of that in times to come.
All right. I hope, I wish rather that we had some more time, but would love to invite you back on the show sometime. Thank you very much, Mr. Sharma. Appreciate you joining in, and good luck for the business going forward. Time for a very quick break. Up next, as promised.